Alright, so I just want to preface this video with this is the motor out of my 1986 K10 that the other videos have been about, and I actually pulled it out of the truck back in July, I do believe, and the problem I was having was the driver's side of the motor was leaking water out of the exhaust, and I decided it would be a good idea to just pull the motor out, and I put a different motor in it. But now I'm gonna go through this motor and build it. So this is just the video of me taking it apart, and then I'll have another video or multiple videos of me putting it back together, and those will be to come soon. So here you can see me taking out all of the bolts that hold the head onto the block. This is down the driver's side. Now we flip over to the passenger side where I do the same thing. And the one bolt was giving me a little bit of a problem. These are actually held on tighter because I had already pulled the driver's side off before, whenever I first pulled the motor out, because I was worried about it. Alright, now, yes, definitely has had some water in it. We're gonna pull the plug and see how much water is in it. Well, a lot. A lot is the answer. Yeah. Actually, more than I thought was in it. A lot more than I thought was in it. So that's great. I'd already drained the oil out of it, so there's the little bit of oil that was left in it. But again, the motor has been sitting out in the elements for the past, what, I guess 6 or 7 months. So, not exactly surprised by that. So yeah. So next here, just gonna turn the motor over so that I can get to the bottom side of it. I'm gonna pull off the motor mounts and the starter now. Then the other motor mount on the other side. Probably should have done this while I had the motor still upright. And now I'm gonna start going at the pan bolts. And there are 4 that are 1/2 inch on the front 2, the very back 2, kind of like the 4 corners are 1/2. And then everything down the sides is all 7/16, and just giving me a little bit of trouble there. Another thing I will mention is this is the first time that I've taken apart a small block. I have taken apart an LS before, just for the sake of taking it apart, never really put it back together. And I still cannot seem to figure out how to put music over this time lapse. So there's either going to be silence, which there will probably be a little bit of right now until I pick it up at the end of this time lapse, or it'll just be me talking like this, but currently cannot seem to figure out the whole music over a time lapse thing. So So this is where I'm going to leave it for today. Those two cylinders and these two look like they have the worst as it comes to rust. Looked up the block identification and the other serial numbers, and it looks like it came out of anywhere from a 75 to 78 3/4 ton truck, and it is a 350, so it's pretty much what I was hoping for. And then if you look there, stamped 0.040, so it was bored 40 over, so it has been gone through. And there is a tag right there for Aaron's Automotive Products from Springfield, Missouri. So it looks like it's been gone through at least once, and at least one of those times it was by that company out of Springfield, Missouri. So thinking that I'm probably going to end up doing a cam, and hopefully I can clean up these cylinder walls enough with some Scotch-Brite or something to not dig into the bottom end of this. So tomorrow I come and clean all of this stuff up and hopefully scuff that up without taking any out of the cylinder wall, and do the same on the other side with these two, because it really looks more like staining than any sort of pitting or even surface rust. See, it is sat before, but none of those grooves are able to be felt with the tip of my nail. So yeah, looking like I'll probably end up putting this back in my truck once I get it rebuilt and clean all of this smoothie out of the bottom end, because it did sit with water and then I proceeded to flip it upside down with the water still in it, and probably not the smartest choice, but that's about it.